Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lane, and if you are into conversations about growth, mindset, business, faith, self-worth, and living a soft life, plus building a life that really feels good behind the scenes, you're in the right place. And today, I'm going to talk about something that people do not talk about enough. There's something that nobody really prepares you for when your life actually starts changing. People talk about money, they talk about business, they talk about hitting goals, but nobody talks about how uncomfortable it feels building a new version of yourself while still surrounded by people who only know the old version of you. That part right there, it will mess you up so bad if you let it. Because now you're growing, your mindset is changing, your habits are changing, the way you think is changing, what you tolerate is changing. And suddenly things that used to feel normal to you don't feel normal anymore. Conversations don't hit the same. The environments don't hit the same. The gossip doesn't hit the same. Certain friendships don't feel the same anymore. And it's weird because sometimes you can't even explain what's happening. You just know you can't go back to thinking small anymore. That's one of the hardest parts about growth. You start feeling disconnected from the version of you that everybody else is comfortable with. And sometimes people don't even realize that they're trying to pull back. Sometimes it's subtle. Little things like, you've changed, you're doing too much, you think you're better now, you're always talking about goals and business. And it's crazy because the same people who complain about their life will look at you strange for trying to change yours. That's why I always tell women, protect your vision early. Because when God starts putting bigger things in your heart, everybody around you is not going to understand it immediately. A lot of people are trying to build businesses while still carrying fear, insecurity, low self-worth, survival mode, comparison, all of this internal stuff. And it shows. You can feel when somebody moves from desperation. You can feel when somebody doesn't truly believe in themselves. That's why I always say your business will only grow to the level of your self-worth. Because if you don't believe you deserve abundance, you will sabotage every opportunity that comes near you. You'll overthink everything, you'll hide yourself, play small, undercharge, second guess yourself, need validation for every move. Meanwhile, there's somebody else less talented moving confidently because they decided to trust themselves. Confidence changes everything. Not fake confidence, not loud confidence, real confidence. The kind that comes from knowing God gave you these gifts for a reason. That type of confidence carries differently. One thing I had to learn, everybody cannot come with you to the next season or the next level. And that doesn't mean you become mean. It doesn't mean you think you're above anybody. It doesn't mean you stop loving people. But everybody is not assigned to your future. Some people only knew how to connect to the version of you that was struggling. The version of you that played small, the version of you that lacked boundaries, the version of you that doubted yourself. When you start changing, the relationship naturally starts shifting. So stop trying to force old environments to fit your new mindset. Some of y'all are praying for growth, but you're still emotionally attached to everything keeping you stuck. Sometimes God will start removing your comfort zones before he upgrades your life. And in the moment, it may feel uncomfortable, but later you're going to realize that he was just protecting you. I think one of the biggest mindset shifts for me was realizing I didn't want to build a business just to say I had a business. I wanted to build a life, a real life where I could breathe freely, where I'm not constantly stressed, where I can spend time with my family, where I can wake up slowly if I want to, where I don't have to feel trapped, where I can walk into a store and not check a bank account, where I can feel aligned. And that's what matters the most. I think sometimes social media makes people think that success is loud or it has to look loud. But guess what? Some of the most successful people are peaceful. They're not performing all day. They're not trying to impress people. They just living their life and living well. That's the type of life I want. And if you're in a season right now where you feel your life is changing, where the old life doesn't fit anymore, where you know deep down God is calling you higher, please do not shrink yourself because other people are uncomfortable with your growth. You are not crazy for wanting more. You're not selfish for wanting peace. And you're not doing too much because you're trying to evolve. You're growing, and growth requires leaving certain versions of yourself behind. And that's the price sometimes. But I promise you, betraying yourself costs way more One day, the life you keep seeing in your head, the peace, the freedom, the confidence, the abundance, the healed version of you is not going to feel so far away. But you have to stop looking backwards long enough to walk towards it. So if you've been feeling disconnected lately and feeling like your old life just doesn't fit anymore, I want you to stop looking at it like something is wrong with you. You're growing, and sometimes growth feels lonely before it's rewarding. But I really believe that God places bigger desires in your heart, our hearts, for a reason. Don't talk yourself out of the life you want just because it feels unfamiliar. And I hope this video reminded somebody that wanting peace, wanting freedom, wanting abundance, wanting healing, wanting confidence, all those things don't make you selfish. It just makes you aware you are worth more than just survival mode. If this video spoke to you, make sure you drop me a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video.